Hello everybody. Hello, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. GM just saying hi to all of you in chat. We're in today for a couple additional workshops, starting off with one being by Solana and then followed by one from Galadriel. I'm going to quickly get our first speaker on stage from Super Team UK for the very first workshop. And in the meantime, just going to quickly showcase a link to you, which, as I said previously, we've been saying to all of you that you need to make sure to submit an idea to us for this hackathon. Ideally, that's going to happen towards the end of next week. So just quickly, hey Hieu, just quickly adding a you should be seeing notifications on the screens, which is the link that with the form that you will have to fill out. So just follow the workshops, find a button that you would like to build for, and then look for, and then fill out the form to tell us what you plan on building, and we will then try and find the best way to support you with it. We have Hieu on stage from Super Team UK. Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear
Loud
me?
and clear.
Yes. Yeah. Thank you very much, everyone, for joining. Oh, it's only us, right?
The floor is yours. I'm saying it's fine. You can go ahead.
Yeah. I'm sorry. So the floor is mine. So excited. So a bit of introduction before I start the slide. I think I have 30 minutes, so I will run really quick through what I have in here, and I'm still lingering around in the Discord server. So I will tie in my my name later on, but I'm in the Discord server is K2 something. I remember. I just forget. So I'm still in the Discord server, and with I think with the Solana row or something. So you can reach out to me after this one if you have any question. And I will hopefully I can run through this in 20 minutes, and then we have like 5 minutes or more, hopefully more for questions. So today I will talk about hackathon topics suggestion for Solana. So this is not the first time that we have an AI blockchain, especially Solana hackathons. But I want to introduce you how Solana work and the two topics that I suggest for the upcoming hackathons. So topic one, you know that actually in Solana there's two types of users. You have developers and you have the user. So the topic one I want to bring on is enhancing the developer experience through AI. A lot of people when they come to you building application in blockchain, it kind of like scary. You have to do smart contract, and then you know that it takes a lot of work, security, and other problem. But for a while after I build application in Solana, I think that there's a root. If you understand how Solana work and you understand the root that I propose in this presentation, then you can actually build AI. So you can build a Solana program from a prompt, not only the back end, but also the front end as well. So let's go through this. Yeah, so the problem is that building MVP in Solana take a lot of time. And so there's some solution to solve that, but it's still quite complex. So my solution is that if you can input a prompt and you with AI, you can create a program. It's simple. Let's go through this. So what is a Solana program? So actually a Solana program, I know that in my presentation I'm not have enough time to tell all the basics about Solana program, but to be honest, it's actually just an executable file. Technically, two files. And what is in the file? In the executable file, there's two things defined in the file. One is function. The second thing is data structure that the program will own. So what is this? Why I call it files? Why I call it the data structure? That doesn't mean. So it means that in Solana, everything is just a file. You can take a look at this diagram as you see on my screen here. So I call it Solana file model. Actually, on the internet, people call it Solana account model. But I think actually in Solana file is just account. You can see few things I highlight here. So in Solana, we have native program, like the program that provide by default by validators. But we also have another program. The thing in red here is a program account. Actually, when we build a program in Solana, we build an executable file. We upload it to the network, and that is the red thing here. And a very interesting thing in Solana is that every time you interact with the program, when you interact with the program, and you want to store some information on chain. So where it's stored? It's stored in a file, and that file or an account is called PDA, and the PDA is owned by the not by you. So sorry. So actually in Solana the model is interesting. The file is technically owned by the program. So you see that diagram here. The file is owned by the program, and where is the public key and where is the user plays the part here is the purple thing in here. So every user in Solana or a public key in Solana is a special file. Actually it's just a special file, and the permission to change the file is belong to your private key. So the purple one is your file, your public key, and it can interact with the red one, the program file, and the program file actually owns the real data. So that is on how Solana file model come in. And because of this, for example, I bring the example here is a SPL token program. So whenever you mint a token in Solana, it just means that you use the token program and you create a mint account. And the owner of the mint account is a SPL token program. And what is the mint program look like? It looks like this. So okay, I move to the second one. So this is a mint account, and you also have the token account. So whenever to record that this user have this amount of token, then you have a second file named token account, and this token account they have referred to the mint account. So this is the data structure of a token account. So you can see what is the mint, what is the owner, what is the amount, and the delegate and everything. So if you know programming, is very simple. So this is how you define. You know that when you have a file, you should have a file data path, right? You should have a path. You should have a path to access a file. So how you define a path in Solana? You define it using the we call it the sheet. So you mean that you provide an array, and the array can be anything, and it's equal, but it should be unique. So it's equal to the path to a file. So this is the content of the file, and this is the path. Based on this file-based structure, I come up, and actually I use this methodology for a while to design a Solana program. So this is a 5-step design. The first, this is a real thing. So I take a screenshot of this, but I do design my program. I build my program this way. The first is that when I design a program, I draw a diagram. I have my program here. So in my program, I should have 3 kind of file. This kind of file, what is the seed or the file path, and in this file, what is the data structure, and the second file and third file. So I have the 3 type of file here with all the data structure and the file path. On the left hand side, you can see I will like define all of my function here, or I have this function here. What is the parameters and what I want it to do, like maybe some quick description. And actually, based on this diagram, I code it, and it's quite repetitive in my coding. If you see a real, I don't have enough time here, but if I show you my code, you can see that my code is quite repetitive, and the whole idea is this diagram. So I hope that if you use AI, you can turn my diagram into the code file, and then developer can take a look at that and maybe make some modification. You don't need to like use AI to make a complete Solana program, is too much. But if you can use AI and a diagram like this, and you produce a kind of like workable or maybe 90% workable diagram program, then it's great enough. And then people can iterate on this and build a program. But to provide more context, I usually come to this is design. You code in here, this is my workflow. Then I deploy to the DevNet and test. And then on step 4, I usually driven use case. Like I write use case like this. I do this for real. So I write use case like this. And for now, what I do is that I usually go to v0.dev in here, and I provide a prompt. You can see my prompt in here. I have a prompt in here, and the prompt will give me an UI. But I really love if someone can repeat the second step with the context of the first step, because I write an UI to interact with my backend. So if you have the context of the use case here and also the context of the backend, I definitely believe that you can provide a better better UI than the v0.dev that I just showed you. And finally, you have an UI. So in a nutshell, my challenge is that I want you to use. I hope that you can use an AI to generate Solana program from prompt. Think of it. We have a prompt to build the design. You also have a prompt to show what is the UI look like. And both of these prompts go through your AI. You provide the backend code, you provide the front end code, and then developer can work on that. Just see how amazing it is. So when you can build a Solana program, I mean, build an MVP in just one day. Now it takes me around a week to finish this step. Uh, and actually, most of the work is quite repetitive. If you have an AI, I hope that you will automate this thing and make it like super fast. And you know that the faster the life cycle of development is, the better the software is. So I think this is very valuable for the community and the ecosystem. And I totally believe that if someone makes this, you can use this for this hackathon, but you can do fundraising. You can go to the foundation and ask for greater fund. Probably this is no-brain game because this is something that developer like me in the ecosystem looking for. Right now, I will go to the second challenge. The second challenge is I really want someone to enhance the consumer experience in Solana with a context-aware blockchain explorer. A lot of jargon here. I do the detail in here, but let's me go through this one. So you can see on my screen on the left-hand side here is a blockchain explorer. I think we kind of like familiar with blockchain explorer and what it is. Uh, but uh, but I really want to show you on the right hand side. You can see on the right hand side. What is this on the right hand side? So actually it's an Nginx server lock. Can you see the similarity? So actually the blockchain explorer right now and the server lock is kind of like similar. And you know, this one is not intended for end user. This one is intended for developers. So that's why the user experience is not that great. But this one is for end user. We do an end user. We do not accept this level of UX. So how we fix it? And we must fix it. Luckily, there's a way to fix this using AI. Let me tell you why. Because every time I upload a program in Solana, I have to provide, not I have to, but most of the time I will provide an IDL. So what is IDL? You can see on the uh, on the on the bottom side of my image in here, it is the anchor IDL. So in this IDL, I will explain. So I have a program. This is a program address, and with this program address, actually I can find the path of the IDL file. And in the IDL file, I will explain what is the instruction, what is the state, the account, or the file, what is the file, what is the data structure of the file, and time and error and everything. You have the context in here. You see, okay, now you have the context. And actually, every time you have a file in Solana, you know the owner, right? Let's say I will come to Solana Explorer. I will paste into that the public key, and the public key is actually the identifier to give you the to give the Explorer to give the blockchain know the location of your file, and the blockchain will open the file, and when the blockchain opens the file, it will find the owner, and because of the and when you know the address of the owner, you can find the address of the EDL file. So actually, every time you provide the blockchain explorer a file, an account, it know what program owns the account, and you also know what type of file here, what type of account that this file is. So you know all the context because all the context is in this IDL. Wow, now we have a file. We understand the format of the file. We know what file, program that file belong to. We know all the context. So can we render a better user experience? Why don't we render something beautiful without even asking the developer to provide us an UI? I think it's kind of like possible. So that is my second challenge. My second challenge is you use AI to make user experience better within the using the LMM model with the AIs and then everything. Uh, yeah, so basically that is my presentation with the two challenge. To sum up, the challenge number one is use AI to generate prompt, to use prompt to build Solana program, so we can build MVP in a very short time. The second challenge is that whenever I go to blockchain explorer, let me do this again. I go to explorer like this, and I have a program address. Let me go to my toy program. I have my toy program here. So side, I have a toy program here, and in my toy program here, I will show you. So I have this address here. I have another address, and when I go here and I paste the address here, actually it show me something, but it looked really much like a log, and I don't understand anything. In the meanwhile, this address is belong to the program, to this program, the source side program. And the source side program here, I already provide the IDE file with all the context. And I truly believe that with your talent and your understanding of the blockchain, now you can render to me, not this screen. You can render to me a beautiful screen that explain to me exactly what is this, and more with the context that you have. Yeah, so that's the two challenge that I want to present for you today. Now I will hang out here for question.
Yeah, there are a couple of questions in the chat.
So
yeah. Feel free to read them out because people will be watching the recording, so it will be nice for them to get some context before you reply.
Yes. Can you repeat the question?
So the first question was from Jilt. I was saying, I recently found a game generated from a prompt. I could connect with a simple Rust contract running on Solana. Do you prefer the contract itself to be generated by the prompt?
Okay, well, wait a minute. A game generated from prompt connect with a simple Rust contract, or you prefer the contract itself? I think it is your, I mean, it is your talent. It is your imagination. It is only my suggestion. Do I prefer? I do prefer, because you know that you have a game there, right? You want to bring some element of the game on chain. Then if you can generate a contract based on the context of the game, and you know like what kind of data you want to store on chain, and this generate the Rust code, then it's perfect. Yeah, I do prefer, and it certainly have a plus on that. Yeah, and for your convenience, I will here. This is my presentation. You can click the link, you find the presentation in here, and this is my my Discord account in Discord. So you can find me there. Ask me. Sorry, I'm not very active on Discord. That much, but we'll try to be more active.
No worries whatsoever. So for all of you, don't worry about, especially those of you that are watching the recording, don't worry about missing out the presentation. It will be added to the Hackathon along with the recording of this session and all the other ones previously. So don't worry about slides. Even those of you here in chat, if you did not click on the link that Hieu just shared in the chat section, it will be added to the Hackathon tomorrow morning along with the recording of the event.
Yes. Yeah. So because you asked me about the game, so I will bring another thing in here, maybe for your preference. So this is Magic Block. So Magic Block is a sequencer in Solana. So if you want to build on-chain game, and so the problem is that storing data in blockchain itself is very expensive. So sometimes we want like a middle layer. So we like, okay, maybe I just want to dump everything on the middle layer, and later on I will decide something we can go to the real mainnet. So I suggest you maybe you take a look at Magic Block. They kind of like middle layer. You can go there before you go to Solana, the main part, and like the block time there is like 10 milliseconds or something. It's really, really fast. I'm very amazing with their work. So check out that if you want to do on-chain game.
Amazing. Any other questions, everybody? I think that is it. Hieu, any last closing words from yourself?
Sorry?
Any closing words from your end?
Closing word from my end. I really want to have more questions. So if
Yeah, feel free, feel
nobody,
free.
yeah, but like we still have time. So maybe to make it clearer, because I don't know
Mhm.
if my English is good enough or I speak too fast, because I'm afraid that I spend all my 30 minutes. So I will walk through some of the part will be, to be more in detail. So I want to walk through on this, the Solana file model. I don't know if anyone use this term, maybe only me, because everyone call it account model. But I say, is it really fine? So I spent 5 minutes on Solana file model. So in Solana, when you create a private key in your computer, it will be a public key. But that public key and private key is only in your computer on your phone. There's no file on Solana mainnet. But once you transfer some soul to that public key, and then the Solana machine, what they do is that they create a file, and that is the purple file in here. And the address of the file is a public key. And then if you want to use a program in here in Solana, the red one, as I showed you, that you do programming, you do programming, and then you compile it into a binary file, you upload to the Solana mainnet, and it create a file like this. And then you use this purple one to interact with the red one. And when you interact like this, like we open a computer using our account, the purple, interact with, let's say, Photoshop, the red one, and we create a PSD file. That is the blue one, and that's the blue one owned by the program, and that's where the all the interest come from. Because now, if you have a blue one, and most of the time when we go to Blockchain Explorer, we take an address. The address look confusing. What is this? It's like it's encrypted. It's like I don't understand what it is. But luckily, because of the address of the blue one here, it always link back to the red one. And every time a programmer in Solana, I upload the red one, I usually upload with the IDL. IDL is just like a context. It's a JSON file. It tells like what happened inside the red one. So you can use the context here and the things in here to maybe to render a really useful user experience instead of like the default Solana Explorer. I know there's several Explorer in the market, like SoScan, like SVM. They are really nice product. Yeah, they are really nice, but I still complain about them, right? Because when I look at them like this, oh, the user experience is much better than the original one. But if you click on it, you win like, okay, they customize for the NFT collection. But if I go deeper than this, I take some random address and I paste in here. Most of the time, they will render something just like a file log to me. Same thing with Solana FM. I mean, like the same
And
with most of the people here. Yeah,
just a quick
so
question.
that's
I don't know if
my,
you were
yeah.
sharing your screen. Sorry for interrupting, but you're not sharing your screen. I just
Oh,
realized that you were referring to some things that.
yes. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So I talk about the Solana model in here for I
Okay.
talk to myself a few minutes. Now I go to the scanner in here. You see the UI of SoScan is actually really nice. I click to something and they customize the UI for an address. You can see if you go here and you see that they change the name from address to collection. Oh, so they kind of like customize the UI for an address if they know the address is a collection. How they know the address is a collection? Because this address actually belong to the Metaplex program. If you come in here, you see that this is the address of a collection. And how they know it's a collection? Because the owner of that is a Metaplex collection. And where is Metaplex? If you go to Explorer in here, and I let me Metaplex program in here, and see this Metaplex program. And in Metaplex program, they don't show it in here, but let me go to maybe this one. You paste the Metaplex program in here, the Metaplex program, and somewhere in here, you see the anchor IDL. Oh, they don't show the IDL for some reason. The user experience is not that great. Actually, they have the IDL in here, and you can read from the IDL the context and everything about the application and about the program that the account that it owns. I mean, the file that it owns. So it's a very amazing to use this to understand the context of any account that you're showing. Yeah. Okay. So feel free to ask me. I frequently check the tab in here if someone asks. Yeah, I mean like Solana account model for me, or file model to me, is amazing, because actually it is how Solana is fast. Solana is not fast because of magic. It is fast because every time we interact with the network, we have to specify what file or what account we want to interact with, because we already specify it. So when we submit transaction, the network will like, okay, there's 100 transactions on this file, but there's only 2 transactions on this file. So they will run in parallel. That's why Solana is really fast, because all the hard work is on our shoulder, on the developer shoulder, because we already categorize all the work for the humanly, we categorize all the work for the blockchain. That's why it's fast, because the hard part is done by the human. Yeah. So so that's everything I want to say today. Yeah, that's everything I want to share. Yeah. Anything else?
I don't think so at the moment, but for all of you that still are not thinking of questions or might have some later on, or those looking at the recording, the best way to ask your questions is navigate to our Discord. We have dedicated sponsor zones, and do post your questions, because like you want to reach Hieu on the Solana channel, and make sure to elaborate on the thing that you want to build, the issues that you might be having, or the the hurdles that you're trying to overcome. And in case he's not seeing the questions, we will make sure from our side, from the Encode side, to make sure to bring his attention to it, or forward to someone that will be able to offer the needed support to build the idea that you have in mind. So yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Hieu. Any last words? Something you want to share? Like,
Yeah,
I don't know, bump everyone to build something.
Yeah, so firstly, thank you for joining the workshop. Secondly, if you want to build something, just DM me. Lovely to have. And this is a special note. Tomorrow in Somerset, we have like weekly, like every Friday we meet in developer marketing and all the people there, and product manager. We will like gather there. Everyone who be on Solana will be there, so you can join. So you can ask me or ask any kind of a gig out there. So 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. in Somerset House, London.
Nice, amazing, great. Thank you for the amazing workshop.